So we have the green goblin player Leslotti at the bottom side, and his ally is the orange mortar player Lukat. And Optime Humanity with the sub after the 25,000 bits. He's also subbing now for the first time to this channel, man. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Beyond Standards crew.
Thank you. Means a lot to me. Appreciate the support. So Mordor goblins against Ingmar and Isengard. So we have actually 4 different factions, and every single one of them is evil. Now remember, Rise of the Witch King involves 4 evil factions and only 3 good factions. And I've been saying this many times, and I would still love to have, you know, Men of the West split it in 2 different factions, like in Battle for Middle-earth 1, Gondor and Rohan split it. They would be kind of crazy, you know. I would love to do that, to be honest with you. Super rare Pokemon, yeah. First time watching a 2v2 in Rise of the Witch King. Yeah, Rise of the Witch King doesn't have too much 2v2 scenes. Super Banjo, that might be the case. That might be the reason, I mean. And it's always nice for a change from time to time to see also some 2v2 games. Wouldn't that be a mod? Yeah, I mean, yeah, potentially it would be a mod, but it would just make much more sense, you know, in my personal opinion. Then you would have 8 factions and 4 good and 4 evil. You know, you have the balance between like yin yang. You know what I'm saying? The balance of the world is important. Yin yang. As you need darkness, you need also light. But we have more darkness in Rise of the Witch King than we have light. You know, unbalanced in my opinion. Kappa. 2 3 tunnels, Spider Pit for the Spiderlings, and Goblin Cave coming up right after. On the other side, we see Slaughterhouse, Orc Pits like crazy. The Age of Man is over. The Age of the Orcs has come, in which Lukat is building not 1, not 2, but 3 Orc Pits. On the other side, we have Ingmar building up a Hall of the Kingsmen. We have 4 males under his control so far. And last but not least, Irby, 3 Furnaces, Wildman of Dunland for the clan sitting, and Uruk Pit. And BFME 1 is longer game than in BFME 2. Why? The reason is simple, because in Battle for Middle-earth 1, you have like a much more protection for your main castle. You know, even if you play evil factions, you have like the chance of building at least like 10 towers around your castle. You know, when you are good factions like Gondor and Rohan, you have walls protecting you. That means there is no chance your opponent can rush you that fast to get into your base and finish you off. And also in Rise of the Witch King, the games could last a bit longer, but players tend to give up a bit sooner in Rise of the Witch King in compared to Battle for Middle-earth 1. Like, I remember a couple of days ago, I was 2-3 days ago, I was playing a BFME 1 match 2v2 on this channel, and I was super behind because the opponent gate rushed me, and I don't give up, you know. There are some people, they will never give up, they will always play until the very end, and some other people, once they fall behind, they call it GG and give up too soon, in my opinion. I like warriors, you know. That's why I like persons or players who are going until the end and never give up, never surrender. Hello there, first time on your live, I'm watching your YouTube videos. Thank you so much, Dashek. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for also tuning in into the live stream. It means a lot to me. And welcome today to the Rise of the Witch King. We are casting a live 2v2 match between Goblins and Mordor against Ingmar and Isengard on a beautiful map, Plains of Rohan. I see this game 2v2 where you lost, and first time when I see you losing game, I didn't lose a 2v2 match. I think I won this game. I mean, I don't know if I lost a 2v2 match before, but last time I think I won. You mean like, I don't know from which game we are talking. I've been playing so many BFME 1 games lately, I don't know which game we are talking about. The first big attack is happening, and Ingmar should be able to protect himself as there are no pikemen around from the Mordor faction, but he was at least, you know, good for the Mordor faction. At least he was forcing the Ingmar player to use Warchant defensively. In the meantime, Spiderlings are going too deep, and they should be just taking the lair, get the money and get out, you know? And that's gonna be the plan. They are very slippery, you know what I'm saying? They are so extremely fast and mobile, and also very hard to target since they are so small. We have a lot of orcs on the field. Haradrim Palace now for the Easterlings, which makes kind of sense to counter the Wolf Riders from the Ingmar player. In the meantime, goblins are trying to creep this, but they are taking so much damage that this might not work out quite nicely. You know what I don't like? I mean, again, when I'm saying something, I'm always talking like an experienced Battle for Middle-earth player, in which creeps are hard in BFME 1 in compared to Rise of the Witch King, in which even orcs are able to creep a Warg lair by themselves, you know? Which is kind of I don't know. The furnace has been taken down. Pikes are leading forward. There is a really early lumber mill for Mordor. The reason why I'm saying early, because lumber mills in Rise of the Witch King are by far not as effective as in BFME 1. That's why you will barely see them. You will most of the time see those the slaughterhouses instead. And also the lumber mills are not able to increase your command points, while slaughterhouses can do that by 50 each. And lumber mills are quite effective when you have the Field of Fires from the Isengard faction later on. We have Les Lothier. This is the goblin player at the bottom left side, the green one. He has nearly 5 power points collected after the Keef bats. He is sitting on 450 command points so far. Mustafa, the red Angmar player top right, was just using Felwind. He has 3 power points collected. He keeps killing goblins or orcs rather all the time and has 500 command points. Look at the orange Mora player is sitting on 350 command points only. And remember, he has 4 different production buildings. Even the orcs, they don't cost too many command points, they cost only 30. But still, you know, they are not for free. Unlike in Battle for Middle-earth 1, either he will be running out of money or out of command points very, very soon. Irby has 550 command points and 4 power points collected after the Creebane. We have now Spider Riders on the field from Les Lothier, the goblin player. But we can agree that the top side team is definitely ahead in this game. Game number 1. Big commitment, nice clumping. You see the clumping, that's what I'm talking about. If you clump like this, in which you are using like a choke point, for example the stones, and you are able to get between the structure you are attacking and the stones on the ground, you can maximize your DPS like that and take down the structures in literally 2 seconds. Because the battalion size in BFME 2 and in Rise of the Witch King is much larger and bigger than in Battle for Middle-earth 1, clumping is extremely important. So micro your unit. This way you can, you know, make sure that every single one of them is able to attack at the very same time. We should add Haradrim lenses to patch 2.22. Haradrim lenses, yeah, they are only existing in Rise of the Witch King though. They don't even exist in Battle for Middle-earth 2. I mean, again, we should never compare Battle for Middle-earth 1 with these games, because BFME 1 is much more based on leadership, and the trolls from Mordor in BFME 1 are just much stronger than the trolls from BFME 2 or in Rise of the Witch King. So not only that, you have also Haradrim archers, like the elite archers here from the Haradrim Palace, you know. Beautiful trample with the Spider Riders cleaning up, and this might actually get Mustafa in trouble. Like, after dealing with the Skundavat warriors, he can just go forward. Voldo is running for his life. He's only level 1, but there is a mess. Oh my goodness. Les Lothier is pinging and saying, hey dude, I need help right now. This Wildman, ladies and gentlemen, they have torches in their hands, which boosts their damage big time. They can even take down the fortress, and literally, like, they are like siege hammers, you know, not as strong as the siege hammers, but nearly as strong. And unlike the Guardians with siege hammers, this Wildman of Thailand, they are even able to make you bankrupt. They can break your economy as they are dealing damage. And look at this, you see that? That's what I'm talking about. You see the clumping between the structures, you see the burst damage now. It's a level 2 spider pit, by the way. It's going down in literally 2 seconds. The Spider Riders are coming back. Beautiful trample. The pikemen from Irby were not in position, and all the front line, the Wildman of Thailand and Crossbowmen, are going to be taken down. The defense was actually quite great, but he lost the spider pit level 2. There is Sharku. Sharku is a great counter hero to the enemy cavalry. He has also splash damage, which means he will be able to hit multiple Spider Riders at the very same time. During all this time, we have some defense going on for Mustafa. What is this actually? What is this on the ground? Oh, these were trees 2000 years ago. We need hill trolls, we need snow trolls. Snow trolls are on the field, the elite cavalry unit from the Angmar faction, which are quite unique. They are the only horse in the game who which can use the charge attack, you know what I'm saying? Sharku, level 1 only. Level 7 unlocks the Man-Eater, and level 3 unlocks the Blood Hunt, which is leadership for the nearby allied Warg Riders. We have also Gothmog on the field for the Day of the Orc. Leadership bonus for the nearby Orcs, Orc Archers, and Black Orcs. Talking about Black Orcs, I would love to see Black Orcs in this game. However, you need to first of all get your, there we go, Orc Pit to level 2, which doesn't only give you the chance to get the Black Orcs, but also 10% faster build speed. Troll layer is going to be secured. Level 5 unlocks the Iron Hand for the Fear Resistant. Sharku is heating up over time. We have not seen any other hero from Isengard until now, as Lourdes, ladies and gentlemen, is joining the battlefield. Goblins have no heroes, no Azog, no Shelob, no Grogov, and also, oh, beautiful Felwind is incoming actually, nice one. But there is no follow-up, that's the problemo. Sharku, again guys, splash damage. You don't want to be clumped against Sharku, you know, because clumping is good generally, but there are some exceptions to this rule, and Sharku is one of these exceptions. Waldo is running for his life forward. That's going to be a clash. I believe the Ingmar player should be able to win this fight. I would love to see Dark Rangers, and the level 3 upgrade now is incoming for the Hall of the Kingsmen. We have 10 power. Now the power points are rising to the sky. Leslotti, the Goblin player, has 700 command points available without any burrow expansions around the fortress. 11 power points now after Keef Bats and War Chant. He has the chance to go for the Spider Summon or Weapon of Dunland Summon. He chooses to Spider Summon. Spider Summon is great to deal economical damage. Big commitment now from Mordor against the class hitting level 1. It's gonna be definitely taken down. It's a Tainted Land from the Mordor faction to give buff to the orcs. They have also the hot bonus, if you are wondering why they are glowing so differently. Hot bonus means in a group of 100 or more Uruks, they will deal 25% more damage, and Irby, the yellow Isengard player, is calling it GG, and Leslotier and Lucas are going to be victorious in this game. And you can see the bottom side team, they had much more team coordination in compared to the top side team. You know, top side Irby was trying to go one-on-one against Leslotier, and Mustafa was trying to go one-on-one against Mordor. And Lucas on the other side was actually sending his orcs to the top left player, to Irby, while Mustafa was not reacting to that. Again, 2v2, you might be the best 1v1 player in the game, but 2v2 is working differently. Like, you can't be the, you know, you don't need to think, oh, I'm the best 1v1 player, I'm also the best 2v2 player. No, no, no, no. It doesn't work this way, trust me on that one. Good evening, Michael Line, nice to see you in the chat. Is Azog or Gjorkel the best Goblin hero? I mean, the best Goblin hero, if you are talking about raw skill and power, of course, is Strogoth, the Dragon Lord. The big dragon, that's the best one, you know? But also the most expensive one. There are like meta heroes, and again, money is very important when it comes to recruit a hero in Rise of the Witch King. Like, of course, in long terms, heroes like Gandalf, Saruman, Dragoth, Witch King are gonna be the best heroes, but they are so hard to be recruited since they are so extremely expensive. That's why you will most likely see heroes like Azog from Goblins, Hygd from Elves, you know, Eomer from Men of the West, Lourdes from Isengard, and Waldo from Ingmar. These are the most seen heroes by far in the game. Actually, dude, he's gonna be able to take down the fortress. Even if he does, I believe that's not gonna change too much, because he's about to lose his own fortress. And Irby is saying, okay, maybe I didn't have to GG. Irby is like, maybe I gave up too fast. And Irby might not be wrong about this choice. The White Summon, Mustafa actually got the fortress down. Like, I don't know why Irby called it that early. He's like regretting his choice. Literally 2 minutes later. We have now Gundabad Summon from Waldo as he's level 5. And he's trying to take down the production buildings, because that's your goal in Rise of the Witch. You need to take down the fortress in every production building, Orc Pit, Haradrim Palace, Siege Works, and so on, in order to be able to defeat your opponent. And I believe that's the last production building left from Mustafa. If the level 3 Hall of the Kingsmen falls, he will be goners. And it's a matter of time. Fury is on cooldown. And he's trying to go one-on-one. Even if he defeats somehow Lucas, there is no chance he can defeat Leslotti anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? And look at that. Lucas, for the worst case scenario, is building an Orc Pit next to his ally's castle. That means even if he loses the Orc Pit, he will not be defeated. Where is Mustafa's Hall of the Kingsmen though? Why is he not defeated yet? Very curious. Am I blind? He is somewhere hiding, like, he's hiding somewhere. There it is, you see? That's the thing, you can hide your production buildings to not get defeated. Alright, GG, well played. I believe this game wasn't over yet. Irby was definitely calling it GG too soon, because Mustafa, as you can see, you know, was able to defeat his opponent's castle. So we have finally the Man of the West player Mustafa in a 2v2 match. And his ally is Mordor, who now has the strength to face against the forces of Mordor and Gondor. It might be Mordor and Isengard. So we have Mordor in both teams and Isengard against Gondor. So Isengard is facing against Mordor, and Mordor is facing against Gondor. 2 farms into the barracks for Mustafa, 2 slaughterhouses into the orc pits for Mordor player Irby, and the Isengard player Leslotti is building 2 furnaces into the Uruk pit. And last but not least, we have Mordor player Lukat building 2 slaughterhouses into the orc pit number 1, and the 3rd slaughterhouse right after. So pretty much both the Mordor players are doing the same start. Who's playing? Yeah, Leslotti and Lukat against Irby and Mustafa Ragnarok. True that TV is old stuff, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even know if the young generation, I'm not even young, by the way, guys. I'm 31 years old, you know, but I don't know if any of the young people is still watching TV shows. I don't think so. That's why every TV channel has like a YouTube channel nowadays, you know. They also upload every stuff they are doing into their YouTube channel right after. YouTube is like the new television. Orc pit number 2. And also the same for Irby, but he's also building the Haradrim Palace right off the bat. Uruk Pikeman first. He might go for a creep, and let's talk about this map first. So in the middle of the map you have a signal fire, which is kind of neutral. You can capture this and get a lot of vision boost. And then you have ward layers on the left and on the right side, troll layers at the bottom and top side. That's pretty much it. So you have only 2 troll layers and 2 ward layers on the map, Anori 2. Looks like Irby, the Mordor player top left, will be capturing this first in the middle. There is Gollum lurking around. Gollum is a feature of the map, of the game, and doesn't act like a hero unlike in Battle for Middle-earth 1. If you kill Gollum, he will drop the 1 ring, and you can get the 1 ring, get it to your citadel or fortress, and get either the chance to recruit Sauron, the Dark Lord, or Galadriel, the Elven Queen. Depends on the faction you are playing. Like, good factions can obviously recruit Galadriel, and evil factions can recruit Sauron. 31. 31 yaşındayım dedirtme bana şimdi bunu. Bu rakamı söyletirme bana. I'm 21 and barely watch TV. Yeah, I see you, my friend. I got you. Draw your swords. They're called for action, okay. So, swords. I like this picture of Gondor. These peasants, they are looking like grandpas, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Who would, I would not have a big problem dealing with this granddads, in a battle. Orcs are always looking the same way. They also look the same way in Battle for Middle-earth 1. So, big orc army is coming now with Eye of Sauron, and let's see if he can take down the furnace in the front side. Bombard. Use bombard here. I would use bombard, so you can shoot over this structure in this situation. Creepane will be nullifying the bonuses they get from the Eye of Sauron. Remember, Eye of Sauron is a leadership which can be nullified and negated by the cave pads from goblins or the Creepane from Isengard. Okay, the furnace has been taken down regardless, but he's outnumbering his opponent big time, as you can see and tell. What is your favorite, Lord of the Rings or Hobbit? Lord of the Rings by far. By far. The Lord of the Rings trilogy. I mean, the thing is, and it's again my opinion, I believe the bar was so high, you know what I'm saying? Like, the expectations were so high from everybody, and Hobbit films were not even bad. They were still great. But since you was watching the trilogy first, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King, you was going to the cinema with high expectations. And there is nothing in the world of films and movies that can come anywhere close to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Nothing. That's why many people were disappointed from the Hobbit films. Not because they were bad or something, but they were not in the same league as the trilogy. That's my personal opinion. Great trample. Great trample. We have a lot of orcs doing nothing. Rangers now, the elite archers from Men of the West, and the first hero is going to be Gothmog. So actually Mordor is putting lots of pressure on Isengard player Leslotti. He might need some assistance. The Hobbit films had to be rushed as well, so Peter Jackson didn't have a lot of time to perfect his work. Yeah, also, like, I don't know, man, like, the storyline from the original trilogy was just a bit better, to be honest with you. Like, the Third Age, then you see like the Gondor, the story behind the king of Gondor, Aragorn, and then you have Gandalf. Of course, you have also Gandalf in. They just put also Legolas in the Hobbit trilogy, even though he was not a part of that, just to get some more interested people into watching it. But the storyline, to be honest, for me, it's personally, was much greater for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. A lot of damage dealt to Lancelot here, by the way. A lot of damage dealt. And did you read the book? No, I haven't read the books yet. Again, that's also on my to-do list. I would love to read the books. I'm always trying to read the books, but then something happens in the life, and the thing is, I want to read them all very fast. You know what I'm saying? I want to start the book now and then finish them in a week or something. So I would be just super busy reading the books from day and night, day and night. Gothmog is sitting level 3. That's nice. But you can see, unlike the last game, this game, the top side team has the pressure advantage. But also, just like in the last game, Lukat is actually putting also pressure on his opponent at the top left side. But again, there is almost no team coordination. You can see that, right? Mustafa is doing his own thing in the middle of the map. He's not even assisting his ally. I think what he can do in a situation like that. Kowalski 123, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Quite the streamer back on the menu. Thank you so much, Chris, appreciate that. Welcome to the streamer, dude. Like, Mustafa has to assist his ally. Finally, he's making a move. Because imagine like how much struggle is there. You see that? Like, Lancelot is struggling only against Irby. Imagine if Mustafa would come like a minute earlier, that would be kinda GG. Can you do a series where you watch your viewers' games and give tips and ways to improve? Sort of coaching series? Sure, I can do that. I mean, for that reason, we have like a league going on in Battle for Middle-earth 1, which is like for noob medium players, and I would be also live casting those games on a Twitch channel. And as I'm casting, I would also give tips and tricks how to improve your gameplay to become a better player. That's not a problem. And also, Frenzy 13, thanks for the follow, appreciate you. Thank you. And look at that, Lancelot is calling it GG already. He knows there is lots of pressure, and Lukat actually didn't get the chance to help his ally out a lot in this game. Maybe it's the matchup, maybe it's the performance of Irby. Irby was definitely the MVP of this game. And what do you think to do some big studio game like BFME 1 or 2? I mean, like a brand new game you are asking? I can't do that. The eastern border of the Shire was the home of Mary Brandyburg. Okay, so that's like a Mary's home country, homeland. Mr. Balindra. Same, dude, same. So we have the red goblin player Mustafa at the bottom right side against the, not against the, sorry. His ally is the yellow Engma player Irby. They are against the green elven player Lancelot, and his ally at the top right side is the orange man of the west player Lukat. So the combination of elves and men, just like in the old good times of Middle-earth, when Isildur couldn't get the job done, Imagine Isildur, you are finally the king, you defeated somehow, luckily, the killer of your daddy, Sauron, you cut his hand off, you got the one ring, and when it comes to make, get the job done, you are like, nah, I will keep it for myself. I mean, there is an outpost in the middle, right? And outposts are super rare and also super busted in Battle for Middle-earth 2, the Rise of the Witch King, because they will give you 50 resources every single tick. They act like a farm and also increase your command points by 25. So it's a win-win situation. That's why I'm assuming we will see lots of battles around the outpost in the middle of the map, Buckland. Hi Shanks, I stumbled upon your YouTube channel weeks ago. Thank you for rekindling my love for this game, man. Thank you so much for tuning in into the live stream as well, and glad you enjoyed the channel, glad you enjoyed the videos. And of course, we are all in love with BFME, and that was the original idea of me creating this YouTube channel and also Twitch channel, just to find people from all around the world with the same passion about the games, just like I have. And I used to play these games when I was 12 years old, not 12, when I was like 13, 14 years old. Now I'm 31 years old, and I'm still playing and casting them, just because they are always reminding me to the old good times I had when I was a child. And also because I'm in love with Lord of the Rings, obviously. But again, thanks for your kind words, and also thanks for tuning in. I guess it's the same for most people, 29 years here. Yeah, exactly. And it's always nice to see, again, the good old times. in which we are playing these games. Yummy Schnitzel, thanks for the follow, appreciate that, Yummy. Thank you, and welcome. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay, man. Appreciate the support to the channel, and of course support is you guys watching the channel, you guys following the channel. That's all I'm asking for, all I can ask for, guys. And your time is more important than any money in the world. And thanks for sharing your time of your precious life in the evening of Saturday with me in this channel. That really means a lot. Spider links. In the best case, the best thing what you can do in a situation like that is just destroy the outpost. You know what I'm saying? When you want to make sure that the opponent doesn't get any money, then take it down ASAP. The builder, yabba dabba do, my friends. Okay. BFME, true, yummy Schnitzel. When you say BFM, I'm assuming you are a German. Am I right? I mean, of course you are a German. You have Schnitzel in your name. Schnitzel, schön, dass du hier bist. Vielen Dank für den Follow. Und ich hoffe, dass du auch mal mit uns spielen wirst. Online. Dankeschön, vielen Dank. Okay, big attack. What is going on? He's still bombarding here, by the way. The orcs, the Gundabats are gonna be taken down. So good factions. Let's take a look into recurring command points and power points. So Mustafa, the goblin player at the bottom right, has 350 command points available. Leslothier, the elven player top left, has 400. Lukat has 425, and last but not least, Urbi, the Engma player, has 400. So it's pretty even. It's a back and forth game. This one is under control from Lukat for now, but for that reason, Urbi, the Engma player, is going to be taking it down. That means Lukat is not going to be able to get any more money anytime soon. However, if he wants to, he could invest 500 to repair the structure automatically over time to get money income once again. Austria, hey. You sound so weird, man. Do you have German also for me being German? I mean, I'm living in Germany, dude. Maybe, of course, I have the accent. The problem with my accent is I'm not a German, but I'm living in Germany. So I was moving to Germany when I was 12 years old. I'm actually a Turkish guy. So my mom and me, we moved to Germany when I was 12. And I'm a Turkish guy living in Germany. But the thing is about my accent, people are asking me all the time, what is this accent? You know, it's because it's like a mix of German and Turkish and English at the same time. So it's like kind of some weird stuff is happening with my accent. So sorry if it's too disturbing. Some people like it, some people hate it. But I can't change it, you know. That's how I sound like. What can I do about that? That's how God made me. Cave pass is available for the goblins. The mill is gonna be taken down. Mr. Worldwide. Mr. International, you know. You know, I was actually thinking about that for a really long time. Of course, my German is pretty good, as it has to be. I'm living in this country now for the past 19 years of my life. And also my Turkish is of course pretty good since I'm a Turkish person. And I was thinking about actually if I should rather stream on German or on Turkish. But then I decided, nah, let's go to the third option, that's English. Why? Because I wanted to meet people not only from these two countries, but also from all around the world, you know, that's why. And I also think that nowadays in 2021, which is almost over, in 2022 very, very soon, that most people are able to understand and to communicate in English language, you know. So, and for me, it's not about the accent, it's about when you understand what I'm talking about, and I hope that you understand what I'm talking about, everything is fine. Calvin is going to be used in a fight. Extroverts are dealing great amount of damage over time as the enemy units are disabled for several seconds. Your accent is from Middle Earth. I mean, kinda, right? Kinda. Turkish horse archers would have given Rohan for a run for their money. Looks like kebab is back on the menu, boys. Yeah, man, kebab, you know, with like all this stuff. Look, when you go for like a doner, like kebab, you know, when you want to, I love kebab, you know, but that has nothing to do with me being Turkish. I just think it's one of the best fast foods you can actually eat in 2021. It's much more delicious than McDonald's or anything else. You know, it's also getting you filled. Your stomach is gonna be filled with food, and you won't be hungry after that. Every time I go to McDonald's or Burger King, after I'm done eating, like an hour or 2 hours later, I'm getting hungry once again, you know. So doner and kebab, they actually keep you saturated for a much longer time. We have the one ring, ladies and gentlemen, on the spider links. Kebab, dude, don't get me started with kebab, you know. It's like 9 p.m. in Germany. I'm hungry, and I told myself, since I became more and more fat in the last weeks, that I told myself, dude, you are not eating anymore after 5 p.m., you know. So I'm trying, actually desperately, even though I'm starving. I'm starving. Didn't have anything but negative bread for 3 stinking days. Yeah, why can't we have some meat? Maybe some potatoes. 6 power points collected for goblins. Leslotier has 4 power points collected. Luca has 2 power points after rolling calling heal, and Irby has 5 power points after the Fellwind and War Chant. So we have a fight in the middle. Irby is making a push now with extroverts, pikes, and stuff like that. Would you say English is a common tongue of Twitch? I don't think so. Like, the funny thing is that the biggest streamers on Twitch, like in the top 10, I believe there are multiple German streamers. Like, the problem is that because Twitch is like an English speaking language, no. The thing is that some countries have more streamers and some others have not enough streamers. English, of course, you have a much larger audience possibility when you are streaming in English or making content of English on YouTube. But of course, you have also much greater competition, since there are millions more of people who are doing the same, you know, streaming in the same language. You Turk, Shanks? Yes, my dude. You are now watching me for a long time, Ragnarok, and you don't know that I'm Turkish? What about food, Shanks? Gobo food trust. Yogurt is genial, yeah. Yogurt, yeah. Yogurt is also not bad, but I'm trying to actually not eat anything, you know? What is happening actually around this side? Oh, that's a massive army from Irby, dude. Do they have Warchan? Let me check. Irby has Warchan, yes. And Fellwind. Good luck defending that, my dude. Look at, you will be now in trouble. But Leslotti is flanking from behind. Let's see. So you waiting to 0-0-0-0 when the new day begin, and you can immediately eat many juicy kebabs? Nah, you know, obviously that's still in the middle of the night. Like, I'm trying to not eat from like 5 p.m. until 5 a.m. in the morning. So this 12 hours break of eating, it's always nice for the stomach. Not only because of your, you know, of your look and that you might get fat over time, but also about your health. We are not getting younger, you know. I don't want to have like trouble when I'm 50 years old. I don't want to be like, guys, please. Do you know these grandpas? They are always, you know, always nargling and always, you know, saying bad stuff about the children. The new generation, they are so bad. I don't want to be one of these grandpas, trust me. I want to be still feeling good when I'm 50, you know. Faramir, the captain of Kondo, who is trying to show his quality. Let's have some taters. What's taters, precious? What's taters? Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in. Dude, I'm a nerd of the rings, guys, so please don't get me started. Do you know there is like a meme about you have like always like a Lord of the Rings answer, don't you? No? Well, maybe. Well, yes. 80 years old Shanks still playing BFME? Hell yes, brother. With my grandson, you know? I'm gonna complain about him. I'm gonna cast games of my grandson. And I'm gonna name him Aragorn. Arwen is on the field. He's, you know, the future wife of my grandson. And also Haldir is around this side. The farm is gonna be taken down. The ring is still under control from the goblin player, but he's not trying to bring it to the fortress yet. Remember, in this game you are able to tribute, to send money to your ally, you know? And imagine if you have the one ring and your ally is sending you a bunch of money and resources, then you can eventually get the one ring ruler. In this case, for the evil faction, Sauron, the Dark Lord. Holy guacamole. Aragorn, son of Shanks. But it's fun to get you started, yeah. Dude, Lord of the Rings, you know? Lord of the Rings. The thing is, I have a problem, guys. You know, my problem is when I see an actor, like for example, the actor of any character in Lord of the Rings, in any other film, I will never, I don't know these names, by the way. I don't know what they are called. I will always call them Gandalf when I see Gandalf in a different movie. When I see Gandalf in X-Men, for example, as he was Magneto in X-Men, for me that's Gandalf, dude. For me that's Gandalf. When I see the captain of Titanic, that's Theoden. You know, Theoden, what you doing? You know, Theoden, but he's like, where was Gondor when Titanic fell? That's what he's telling to me in the films, you know. I don't see Leonardo DiCaprio, I don't see the girl who's beautiful. I see Theoden who is complaining about Gondor while Gondor didn't save Titanic. That's what I see as a Lord of the Ring fan, you know what I'm saying?
With the Witch King's voice. I am the Fist of Angmar.
Who are the players? We have Lukat and Les Lothier against Irby and Mustafa. Bilal, nice to see you in the chat. Do you have a Christmas? Do you have Christmas in Turkey or no? No. You know, Christmas is of course for Christians, as the name is saying Christmas, and Turkish people are most likely Muslims, you know, and they don't celebrate that. But we are not celebrating it either. But Turkish people are celebrating is the New Year's Eve, like the 31st December, you know, like the last day of the year, the beginning of the upcoming year. That's what we are celebrating, but not because of religion or something, just because we like to celebrate, you know what I'm saying? I'm celebrating literally everything because I like to celebrate. Glorfindel is level 5, the Fellowship of the Elves. Azok is also on the field now, almost level 3. Selamlar, iyi yayınlar, hoş geldin, sefalar getirdin kardeş. İyi ki geldin. 6 power points collected, 725 command points for Ingmar, and there is a big push, is, you know, from both the sides at the same time, so they cannot assist each other. Man of the West, what can men do against such a reckless hate?
I am the Fist of Angmar.
I'm the Fist of Ingmar. Do you see Elrond in the Matrix? Of course, dude. But the thing is, I see also Elrond in Lord of the Rings. The problem is, I was watching Lord of the Rings and Matrix at pretty much the same time. I was like, what is... I was actually watching, you know, Matrix, I believe, like a couple of days before I watched the Fellowship of the Ring. So I was like, what is Elrond doing here? You know, what is, you know, Agent Smith doing actually in Lord of the Rings? Oh, big fight. In Boromir, that in every film, yeah. Yeah, this also about Game of Thrones. You see what Game of Thrones, you know, what is his name? Like, I know his last name Stark. You know, and I know, you already know that this guy's gonna die. For Winterfell, for Gondor. Oh, Faramir actually trying desperately to show his quality. Have you tried Edain or Dagoth mod where you can wear ring on heroes? I've tried Edain mod and also made videos about that for the YouTube channel, and I liked it, to be honest. There are some things I just didn't like too much, and one of the things was the slow upgrading. You know, when you want to upgrade, when you want to purchase forge blades, for example, you need to always do that, invest so much time into that. That was kind of too slow for my personal style. I like fast games. I like when it's, you know, when I can execute fast. I don't want to wait for the forge blades to be purchased for like a minute or two. I want to be done with it very soon. And the thing is, what I like about Edain mod is that they combined Battle for Middle-earth 1 and Rise of the Witch King with each other. However, there are some things I just didn't like that much. Tom Bombadil summon, by the way, beautiful Sonic Sun. Warden of the North. Shambin does not that in, yeah, he's not actually dead in everything. He was also, by the way, Boromir was also playing in Troy films, you know, with Achilles and with Brad Pitt, and he was not dead there either. He was actually one of the few ones in this epic battle of the nations who was able to survive at the end of the day. The command points you can change is the amount of command points possibilities you get. You can have more than 1000, for example, you know. Winter always comes to Boromir. And who's your favorite actor in Lord of the Rings? Actor? To be honest, I like them all equally. Like, acting skill-wise, I like Theoden a lot. It might sound crazy, but I think he was a great actor in the films. A great leader, a great king. Of course, you have Aragorn, Legolas, like the monster trio, like Gimli. But I think Theoden was doing a phenomenal job also, acting-wise, you know? Especially the scene when he was like almost dead, like a grandpa, and then Gandalf comes to release him from the spell. The amount of speech, the power of him leading actually the Rohirrim to the Minas Tirith was just the best speech of all time. Like the battle speech, nothing beats Minas Tirith. The Rohirrim arriving and riding it down. Darkness has been used, by the way, guys. Darkness from the Goblin player Mustafa. That means every unit now, also from Ingmar, from his ally, is getting 33% damage and 33% armor. And Mithrandir, of course, Gandalf. I mean, Gandalf is my favorite character, definitely, in the films. I like the design around him, you know? Gollum, yeah, Gollum actor also. By the way, guys, apparently, and I didn't know that. Did you guys know that the guy of Gollum, you know, the person who was actually making the voiceover of Gollum, is the same person who was also making the voices of the Witch King, like feast on his flesh, for example. This was from Gollum, dude. This guy has crazy voice acting skills, man. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that as well. I was just literally getting to know that like a week ago. Yeah, Gollum's the actor of Gollum was the voice of Witch King. Wildman of the Islands, I mean, it's gonna be almost back up. That's a huge army. Because I was trying to find some new voice lines for the Witch King, and that's like a funny backstory for the new patch, for the patch 2.22 for Battle for Middle-earth 1. So I was trying every day in Google, and the guy Witch King, as you guys know, wasn't speaking that much in the films, you know. So I was trying, and then I was finding a video, you know, Lord of the Rings and the voices. Then you see the actor of Gollum, the picture of him, how he's talking to Witch King, like feast on his flesh, do not come between the Nazgul and his prey, you know. Big fight. And also, you know, they wanted to save money eventually. Gimli's actor was also the voice of Treebeard, you know. So Gimli was talking for Treebeard, Gollum was talking for Witch King. Homer Simpson's voice is the same actor as in... Oh really? For the Gorkill? Oh, GG's gonna be called. And Irby's team wins one more time. The score is now 2-1. The team of Luca and Leslotti had actually a phenomenal start into the series. They were able to win the first game, but now Irby and Mustafa won 2 games in a row.